Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome to this episode of Sketchup for 3D Design. And we want to add the windows and door to our cabin. So to do so, remember we have changed the style to the X-ray style so we can see through everything, so we know where things go. So I'm gonna, with your own floor plan, you can choose any wall, any window, any door. It doesn't really matter, but the technique is the same. Pretty much want to just line these up, and the easiest way to do that is, first of all, probably to measure like how wide should this window be, and so I can't measure here because this is a long line, so I have to actually draw a new line that is the width of the window. Now, the easiest way for me to do this really is just to go straight up, which is blue, straight over, which is red. I'm gonna actually change my mind on that. I'm gonna go straight up twice, 'cause that way I know I'm on the corners. And notice that SketchUp will give you a little hint. Hey, you are parallel, you are even, equal, with a dotted red line. So go ahead and click, and I don't need to even go over, because what I want to do here is measure the distance between those lines I just drew. So this is a 24.82 inch window. So basically 2 feet, right? So, and it probably is in real life 2 feet. I'm just, again, by millimeters, I'm off. And you can see my floor plan is blurry. You know, by the time you insert this and increase the size of it, it probably is going to be a little bit blurry. So windows do not come in measurements like 24.82. I'm going to assume it's 24 inches even. So that's a great starting point. That's all I really need to know. I do want to decide how far down these windows should be so I can look out as I'm standing there doing dishes at that sink. The whole point is to be able to see out. So I'm going to measure down from kind of the midpoint of that window. And I think I'm going to click, drag, let go, and type in, I think 3 feet is going to be too low, but let's go ahead and take a look at 3 feet. 3 feet, enter. And I mean, by the time, so it's an 8-foot tall wall. That means the window starts at 5 feet. No, that's really too low. So let's go ahead and go down 2 feet. So click, drag, let go, 2 feet, enter. And I'm going to go to the rectangle tool, and I'm going to, now that I have these guidelines, this is just a little a trick, by the way, that some people don't know. I have these guidelines in here, right here, that basically tells me, hey, if I start the rectangle there and end there, it is going to be the correct width. But I still like to just click, drag, and let go. Make sure it's green. Notice that because I can see through the floor plan, it will snap to all kinds of parts of your floor plan. Make sure it's green, which means it's straight up and down on that wall. And so I'm just going to click, drag, let go. And I want to do a 2 feet. And by the way, you could type in 24 inches. It's the same thing. 2 feet, comma, 3 feet. Let's make it a 2 by 3. Excellent. So we have a 2 foot by 3 foot window, and it really should be, because I started on that line, it should be, and it looks like it's a little bit short, but I'm guessing it's actually the correct measurement. Now, and it's not the correct height. So the way we do that is just highlight that window, make sure it doesn't highlight anything else. And there really is nothing behind us yet. So sometimes when you're selecting something in 3D, if you're not careful, like in this view, I could actually grab part of that other wall, and it can really mess things up. So here I just go to the move tool, which is right there, the 4 red arrows, and I'm going to slide that up. And I think I'm just going to grab the top. It's all selected, so it'll all move, but I'm going to grab the top of the window because it'll snap into place and give me that green dot. So that is pretty cool. So I am pretty much in place. I just want to make sure that I am lined up. I'm not quite. I am just a little bit to one side. And so I'm going to drag the window. Oh, I don't want to drag that line. because I've selected that line. Let me see what to do with that. Probably delete that part of the wall, and I don't want that touching it either. So, am I being too picky here? Maybe, but this is 3D design, which is all measured out and should be as accurate as possible. So I want to just slide this over a little bit, and again, use my pencil and go straight up and see it. And if it stays blue, it means you're and it's like millimeters, so good enough. That's great. So if it's that close, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go ahead and delete these guidelines. Oh, not that. I think I deleted something else. Be real careful that what is blue will delete. And I also don't really need the measurement for that window anymore. We're just gonna go with, and this tall thing here, that line. We know this is a 2 foot by 3 foot window. So okay, so we kind of want to do the same thing, and easiest way now is just to rectangle tool, click, drag, make sure it's green, make sure it stays green. Now let's see the mistake here. I started on the back. I'm gonna move that and do it way up here. I started on the back wall. Okay, so click, click, drag, let go. 2 feet, comma, 3 feet, enter. That's the wrong way. So let's do it again. And come on, make sure it's green. It's really tricky. It wants to snap. It really does try to help you. It's trying to snap to something. Make sure it's green. Doesn't even matter what size it is. So I'm going to go 3 feet, comma, 2 feet, enter. Wait, didn't I just do the other? Wow. Okay. So, okay, fine. Maybe it has, I never have really figured this out. Like, so let's try that. I'm gonna try 2 feet, comma, 3 feet, enter. I still did it. I think it's how I draw the rectangle, which is really interesting. I didn't know that, but I noticed that if I go long ways, let's try it, 3 feet, comma, 2 feet, enter. No. Okay, undo, do again. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but switch it. 2 feet, comma, 3 feet, enter. Okay, yes, it worked. Why, I don't know. At some point I'll sit down and figure out why that works. But at this point, it's always just get it done. So we are going to highlight just that opening and see if we can just kind of drag that down from the top wall a little bit. Okay, now we want to be lined up with that window, so we have to switch to pan, make sure we can kind of see that area, and it would be wise to draw a line. We know it's the right size of window, but we just needed to go over, it's right here, it's over the toilet. So it's gonna fit this area. So I'm gonna go straight up. I don't want to touch it because they'll start connecting. And I also want to go straight down here with a pencil, 2 feet. So just kind of in the middle of where the window would be. So click, drag, let go, type in 2 feet, enter. Now all I have to do is move tool, and I'm gonna basically touch the top of the window to that line. And it does help to have to actually be pulling on the top, because it will snap. Typically it will snap. I don't think I have the outside selected, which is weird. So let's get the outside line selected. Okay, that makes a big difference, because now I can move and it will snap to that. I need to zoom in maybe so I can see that. Snap, come on, snap, little guy. Okay, well, it doesn't want to, but it is touching, and it's not, well, you can see how close I am. Like, that's, if you want to be that exact. Yeah, okay. Oh, wow, that's weird. Is it touching or is it not touching? So my line was on the back wall. That's why it's not snapping. All right, so 3D design, you always learn something. I'm gonna make sure that I am on that outside and go down on blue, click, drag, let go, 2 feet, enter. Wait a minute. Click, drag, let go, 2 feet, enter. Thank you very much. It worked like it should. And now I can do it. So I want to basically select the window, all of the windows. It's going to be, look at it straight on. Select with this select tool. Okay, don't select anything. Then select just the window. Boop. Okay, now grab the top with the move tool. I like the midpoint, and I can put, I'm not sure if it's actually there. Now it snaps together. Now that the line is actually on the outside of the wall. All right, now I need to move it over the whole thing until it's, okay, still touching that. Oh, I don't want to mess up that line up there. But I want it to be lined up right side with that line. And that's okay that that line bent because we moved it over. But I do not trust that I'm still at 2 feet. This is just Mr. John's being Mr. John's. I'm going to make sure I'm at the outside wall. I'm going to go down. And is it straight? It was blue, right? So then I measure it with the measuring tool. And if it's 2 feet, 24 inches, yeah, we're good to move on. All right, I've got two windows done. And you might ask, well, wait a minute. Let's change it back to not X-ray mode. Any other style is fine. So you'll notice that my couple things. What popped up is I can see that I still have that guideline. Delete it, and we need to make those window openings. So here's what we do: push-pull tool. We make sure the inside of the window is highlighted, and you simply slide your mouse to the outside wall, right there, where it says on edge, and let go, and it makes a hole. Okay. You have to be able to see the top of the wall or the other side right there of the wall. Once I learned that trick a couple years ago, it made it so much easier. I just click, drag, click on the edge. Right there is fine. Anywhere on the edge, let go, and it always works. It makes a hole. So now I have windows that I can see out of and into. Very, very cool. I need to go back to X-ray mode because, let's go ahead, and as long as we have that size going on, let's go ahead and continue that. Let's use the pencil tool. We can see here's where the window is, so it's going to be about right here. Make sure it's blue. Click, drag, let go. Type in 2 feet, enter. That is how high it's going to be. We also just want to basically maybe do one pencil. Anywhere in here is good. Just want to go up. Make sure it's blue. Blue is up. Don't be red. Red's not up. Blue is up. And click. So all we have to do is get, I should have maybe gone a little higher. So let's go ahead and make that just a little higher maybe. Hell, maybe. I don't know. And then we're going to go to the rectangle tool, and I'm going to put it over here on the side. Why is it red? Should not be red. It should be vertical, right? Red. So if you remember, red is east-west. Blue is up-down. So I want this to be, make sure it's not on the floor. Looks like I am up and down. Why are you not blue? Blue should be, wow, that's weird. That looks correct. Why is it red? Oh, I'm so frustrated. That should be, SketchUp is acting weird because blue, look at it, it's red. Is it red on this side still? It's green. Wait a minute. Well, blue is up and down, but it's basically saying, hey, you are, I'm so confused now. Blue is always up. So maybe it's a rectangle thing. Maybe if I do the pencil, it will be blue. Let me try the pencil just to, there we go. See, pencil is blue. Blue is up. All right, so to restore my sanity, red, I guess it's because we're on the west side of the building. It's just weird, but okay, fine. 2 feet, comma. So SketchUp is quirky. You will learn that. 2 feet by 3 feet, enter. It's the wrong direction, like always. So click, drag. Now it's going in a different way. So let's go 2 feet, comma, 3 feet, enter. Thank you, that's correct. Let's select it. Whoop, and let's move it with the move tool drag it over, and we need it to be both pretty much even with that, and then it has to go up and touch that. Now I'm going to zoom in so I can actually, let's make sure that line is on the outside. It is, and I actually want to grab and pull the window up until it clicks. And I think I have to be directly above it, actually. I'm not really sure. There we go. It gives me that little green dot that says, hey, you're touching that, that area, that dot, that line. Let's go to pan. Let's move it over a little bit. And I think I am golden. It's just, you want to be, I mean, your accuracy, you know, is up to you, what you think is good enough. For me, it's like millimeters, which I hope is your standard as well. I mean, it really should be perfect, but perfect is hard. Okay, perfect is hard. That's the lesson for today. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. So I'm going to switch back to a solid style, and I'm going to use the push-pull tool to push, click, push, top of the wall, let go. All right, those first 3 windows are done. Now we have to switch back to X-ray mode. All we have is 3 windows and a door. Let's do the door first. So a doorway is going to be 3 feet wide. So, I mean, we can kind of measure this. If you ever use the temporary measuring tape, it's a way to kind of click and see. Are you working? SketchUp is being not fun today. Well, it's fun, but so basically here to here, I'm going to draw a line because SketchUp isn't playing nice with me, and I'm going to measure the line, and it's going to be 34.8. So is there a chance that it could be 36 inches? Yeah, that's the closest. I mean, I'm off by a couple inches here and there. So yeah, so exterior doors are usually 3 feet wide. Interior doors can be 2.5 feet wide or something close to that. So we're going to delete that, and we're going to go ahead and just make a rectangle that touches the ground right here. And I'm going to click, click. Oh, can I do that? Can I do that and still do a precision measurement? 3 feet, comma, 7 feet tall. Enter. It worked. So that's excellent. So I clicked. I clicked on both sides of the opening, and it didn't matter. I probably didn't have to click twice because I'm telling it, and usually you don't click twice. I was telling it, hey, I want you to be 3 feet wide, and don't ever trust it. Go ahead and measure it. So yeah, 36 inches, and this will be 7 feet tall, or 84 inches, same thing. So there's our doorway. Once we have that, since we're doing this for looks, I should have you. Never mind. Doorway. There we go. So what we want to do, let's go ahead and finish the doorway, give it a nice solid style again real quick. We could wait on this, but I like to do it as I'm going. So I'm going to click on the door, push in, top of the wall, inside of the wall, let go. There's my doorway. And my floor is 2 inches thick. Remember that? Guess what? It is. It is. However, that's kind of weird to have that little, so I'm going to pull this out and make it even right there. So I don't know if that's any better. Let me see. Oh, that's just weird. No, that didn't work so well. It made the door solid. When that happens, you can click on the solid piece and then delete it like that. Highlight it, delete it. So my 2-inch door, a 2-inch wall, I don't love that line. Let's see if I can delete it. Yep, so I have a solid floor, 2 inches thick. You know, that is weird. I honestly think what I should have done is, no, it's fine. I'm gonna go up with the porch. I don't like that bump, that lip. That's not good, not safe, but we're gonna go up. We haven't designed the porch yet, so we're gonna go up with the porch. The porch is gonna be how thick? 2 inches, right? So it's gonna be the same. It's gonna all work out. Back to X-ray mode. 3 more windows, and we're done with this step. And so let's go to pan. We're going to slide over a little bit. And so these windows, if that's 3 feet wide, those have got to be 6 feet. Look at the distance between the door is about half of that. So I am not even going to second guess myself. I think those are 6 feet windows. So the other windows are 3 feet tall, so I think we should do that too. So let's go ahead and go rectangle, click drag, make sure it's green, it's on the outside of the wall, green, let go. We're gonna go 6 feet wide, 6 feet, comma, 3 feet, enter. That's not right. 6 feet by 3 feet, that's what I just did, right? 6 feet, comma, 3 feet. That does not look right. Let's try it again. Click. Okay. Let go. Don't type anything. 6 feet, comma. You know, I type slow, and I'm looking at my keyboard just to make sure it's 6 feet by 3 feet. Thank you. I just have to slow down and be, you know, a little more picky. Now, it should also be, I'm going to use the same trick as before. I'm just going to kind of go, hey, right here is about the edge of the window, go up. And then up here, you have to click off and click back on. I'm going to go down, click, drag, let go, type 2 feet. Okay, it almost touches it now. Really, really close. So what we want to do is highlight. Now, I've got things behind here that might get in the way. I want to be really careful that I only highlight this. Now, look what happened. Back wall. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky, and I think what I'm going to do is go back to solid mode so I can't see that window. Now that doesn't mean SketchUp won't see it, but there's a better chance that it thinks that I'm only trying to highlight this window and not. Oh, it still did it. SketchUp, you're so sneaky. So we've got to, all right, here's one way to do it. Hold down the control key. No, click on one, then hold down the control key. Click on the second side, no, not the inside. Well, that's fine. Inside's fine too, probably should, but you just need the 4 walls. Now, it did not select you. Haha, I fooled it. I tricked it. Now, oh, it's already selected. I don't have to select anything. I just go to the move tool, and I am going to first slide it over so it's lined up pretty darn close to that, and then I'm going to grab the top line and until it snaps to that. Ding, ding, ding. Look at that. I'm going to then delete the 2-foot guideline and the edge guideline. I never did verify that that's actually 6 feet wide and should be 6 feet wide. Let's look at the 3D model. There's the edge. Yeah, that's a 6 foot wide window for sure. So let's make another one and then we're done. So I'm going to pan over, boop. Nope, pan over, not that. Pan. Thank you. I knew that wasn't pan. That was rotate. So pan. Now I need a rectangle. So I'm going to click in the middle away from anything else. I'm going to type in 6 feet, comma, 3 feet, enter. Ooh, it's really close to the edge. I don't like it when lines touch lines. It's much, much harder to select it. So I need those guidelines, and so I'm going to use the pencil. I'm going to find the edge of the window and go straight up. I'm going to keep it fairly low, and then click off it, and then on it again, and then I'm going to go down over here, click, drag, let go, type in 2 feet, enter. So here are my areas where I need to move the window to, and I'm going to use the same tool. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because I got really close to that edge. So hold down the control key. You can see it turns into a plus sign, which means, hey, now you can add additional things. Okay, everything is selected. All I have to do is switch to the move tool. I'm going to drag it so it's even on the left side, which it is, and then I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to click right below the line, and I'm going to drag up until it snaps in place. That is brilliant. So now we're going to delete the vertical line, just highlight it and hit the delete key. Make sure nothing else is highlighted, and then delete that as well. We want to turn off X-ray mode and be able to see those. Oh, I have one more window. I was wrong. All right, so let's highlight that window, push-pull tool, push in, go to the top of the wall, inside, let go. I need to pan over. So, and then select, it's a lot of clicking, and then push pull. I like to be able to see the top a little better. So push in, inside wall, make sure, see how if you don't do it right, that window wants to push out. So just go to the inside wall, let go. Boom, good. Moving to the other side, back to X-ray mode. And remember, I'm going fast, but if you want to pause it and then do a window, and then continue, definitely do that. So here we are going to pencil, and we're going to grab the edge of that, go up a little ways, click off the pencil, then on the pencil, and then click at the top outside wall, go down, let go, type in 2 feet, enter. And now we need a rectangle that is going to be red in this case. We're going to type in the 6 feet, comma, 3 feet, enter. Yes, and it worked. Get excited every time that works. I'm gonna hope, oh, I hope that's not gonna select it did. It selected the other wall, so click off of everything, switch to solid mode, which will hide that. Now, it doesn't totally hide that, but it helps me kind of see this from a better angle. But however, now I can't see, did I accidentally select anything else? No. So this is easy. I'm gonna move it off to the side so it's pretty much lined up with that line. I'm gonna zoom in, grab the top, pull it up until it clicks in place. Make sure I didn't move it left or right. That looks awesome. I'm going to click unselect. Just click on the grass. It unselects everything. Go back to, nope, we don't have to go back to anything. We have to delete these guidelines. Make sure they're blue. Hit delete, blue, delete. Push pull tool, highlight it, move in, let go. That, my friends, is how you do windows and a doorway. They're just holes, they're just openings, but they're a start. We still don't have anything on the inside, but the outside is looking awesome. So we will continue in the next tutorial, but for now, Mr. Johns is out.